Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. Wow, welcome to Entrepre-noir Series. While we wait for our guest, we have a special guest today. Thank you again for coming back and join us. We have our special guest logging in, and there she is.
Greetings.
Greetings. Welcome, Miss Zepherin. Welcome to Entrepre-noir Series. We're so happy you're joining us today. How are you doing?
I am doing very good. I am blessed and highly favored, and I'd like to send peace and love to you and your viewers on this beautiful day.
All right. Today we are going to have a little convo, about entrepreneurs. I'm sure you heard about the series. It's just like basic conversation, about entrepreneurs, their ups and downs and their in-betweens. So tell the viewers who you are, what do you do, a little bit of background about yourself.
No problem. It's my pleasure. Good day and greetings to everybody. My name is Natasha Zepherin. I go by Natty for most. I am a natural hairstylist, and my main forte is being a loctician. I have a small business that I run that's called RootbyNatty, and it is my passion because I love doing hair, but I specialize in natural hair mostly.
I see. Very good stuff. And viewers, just so you know, she's done my hair before.
Okay.
She's amazing. Anyway,
Yes.
Natty, you say you go by Natty, so I'm going to call you Natty.
That's fine.
Natty, yes. Tell us a little bit about what was the inspiration for you to start your own business? Because I'm sure you was doing something else before. Give us a little story.
Yes. Well, my story is one of tribulation. But in every tribulation, you have to find light, and you can turn a negative into a positive. I wouldn't like to say that my story is negative because it made me the strong individual I am today. But it all started back in high school. My mom suffers with mental illness, and I am an only child. I'm from the beautiful island of St. Lucia, by the way.
Woohoo!
Yes, the beautiful island of St. Lucia. So my mom suffered with mental illness. Being an only child, she couldn't provide for me very much. But then I started doing my own hair very early on, and I would do very creative hairstyles. I used to be into hip hop from inception, so I was very inspired by Erica Badu.
Right.
So it would be funny because I would mimic her styles and the Brat, and I loved the Brat.
The brat.
So I would mimic their styles. The kids would call me Erica Bad News, but I was like, because they knew that I would, be inspired by that. But the Brat. So I would give myself very various hairstyles, very exquisite hairstyles, and then I would go to school, and the kids would see the hairstyles that I had. I stood out. So then my mom wasn't able. I would go to school sometimes with nothing to eat, wouldn't have lunch money. So I've always been very close with my mom, and I always thought that I needed to help in some way. So I was like, wait a minute, maybe this is a way I can capitalize off certain things. So I said to them, so it started off with $5, So after school, or on the weekends, I would go and I would do their hair, and then my love for hair started there. So that would give me a little money, and then I would help my mom. But of course, I couldn't tell her where I was getting it from, because then I'd be like, oh, school. So my mom would think, oh, where would you be getting this money? And so eventually I had to cough up. But the thing is, my mother was my main inspiration for doing hair, because I have so much hair. My hair is so thick. And I was tired of people combing my hair, my mother combing my hair. So I would comb, and then I would have my parts, like they would be like zigzag and all a mess. And everybody would be like to my mother, why you make her do that? My mother would be like, leave her. She will get it. Eventually, it will happen.
Right.
So that was at the age of 11.
Wow.
So doing that, and then I went off to school doing it for the kids and everything. And it started from there. So let's fast forward. I became a resident of the United States, and I came up and I would work. And then I was like, wait a minute, why? This is some extra income that can happen. So why give up on it? So then I would do it and dreads. The dreads scenario came about because natural hair, in the beginning, natural hair wasn't a big thing.
Right.
But we know like at least what 10, 15 years ago, natural hair
It's
became
the thing. It's the
thing,
thing.
right?
Uh-huh.
So at that point, in 2001, I had transitioned from my natural hair to dreadlocks.
Right.
So of course, I was my own walking catalog.
Right.
So I
Right.
would
Right.
do my own hair. And let me tell you, everybody would stop me and be like, where did you do your hair? Oh my God, your hair is beautiful. And I would say, I did it. And that's how it started. So by word of mouth, I was my own canvas.
Right.
And then certain things that I wanted to do, and if I wanted to try, I would use my cousins as my guinea pigs.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes,
then my
yes.
cousins would be out there and then they would ask, and then, people would ask, and then they would,
The
go
word
ahead
gets
and give my.
around. Yes.
So it started
Yes.
from there. And then the thing is, I have a natural knack for it. So I was never taught. I never went to a school or anything to say in the beginning to say that, to teach me. I just had a natural knack for it. And then I would create certain things. I would have visions. I would dream about things. I would find inspiration by everyday things. Like, for instance, there was one time I was walking up on the Upper East Side in New York because I resided in New York, but now I reside in Florida. But walking through the streets of New York, I saw a sunflower.
Right.
Could you believe it? A sunflower. And then I was like, oh, I can do that in one of my clients here. And then one of my clients who's very spontaneous and she just gives me creative freedom. I said, listen, I want to create this in your hair. And whole and behold, I did. So I would get inspiration from everywhere possible because I just love doing it. So that's how my business started.
God.
Yes.
Such a creative being. And you said you wasn't taught, so you were literally self-taught. You taught yourself.
That's right.
It doesn't sound like it's a job or it's an effort for you. It's something that comes naturally. And
naturally, I love doing it. And then the thing with me is, when it comes to my clients, I don't do it for the money. I'm all about results and management and hair love and hair care. And so I would decide that, if I'm going to give my all to my clients, I have to guide them from beginning to end.
Okay.
So when I do, and of course you can tell, Tracy, I always give, my full account. I tell you how to maintain, how to treat,
get to that.
what to do.
We'll get to my experience with you later on in the chat. Yes. So Natty, thank you so much for letting us know about the inspiration. I'm sure readers and viewers, it's inspiring you as well, just listening to her story, right?
Yes. So you never give up. Don't give up.
Never give up. Yes. And I'm sure your mom is very proud of you now.
Yes, because she can take all the credit because she could say, I did that. Yes.
So another question I have for you, Natty, as a business owner, so you have transitioned now into this is what you're doing. This is your main source of income.
Yes.
Right? Tell us the challenges that you have been through as a hairstylist, as a loctician. You understand? Tell us the challenges.
Oh my God, where can I start? The list goes on and on, but I'll take the main.
The main, yes.
Yeah, the first thing I realized with my clientele being mostly African American.
Yes.
What I this is me in no way putting down our people, but sometimes when fact is fact, you just have to say the truth.
Yes.
And I'm being transparent here. I'm not trying to do any shortcuts with you guys.
Right.
But the main challenge I had is, you see, we African Americans, when we go out to contribute to the bigger market, say the name brands and the people that you see, if we want that Louis Vuitton or we have no issues with paying the money. But for some reason, you being a little entrepreneur, being Black owned, and you want to move forward, they have an issue with the price. Oh, can I get a discount? Can I, and then it discourages you.
Yeah.
But I think with me, I'm saying if my work speaks for me, then I should be worth my work.
What you pay, yes, your price value, yes.
But I'm a very bubbly and outgoing person, very kind-hearted individual. I'm a people's person.
Right.
So in the beginning, I struggled with that. I had my prices very low. I was saying, oh, I'm not in a salon, and then that's taking away the salon experience. If I do that, I need to please them. But guess what? Finding myself pleasing them was hurting my pocket because I was decreasing my value.
That's correct.
And it is very important to know your worth and your value.
And stand firm.
That's right. So that was a bit challenging for me because, you know, I was like, oh, so nice. But I had to realize business is business, personal is personal, you know.
Line
So
to the sand.
when I decided to do that, you realize that people comply. They can only take from you what you allow them to take from you.
Correct.
Right? So in the beginning, that was my biggest challenge,
Right,
to be
right,
honest.
right.
Oh, and the other thing was the fact that I said I was a mobile business.
Right.
Believe it or not, I would go around, listen, I'm telling you my story is unbelievable, but I would never change it. I would be going to my clients with my portable dryer, bag in hand, going from place to place. Some people would understand the struggles and maybe pay my Uber because I don't drive, while some people wouldn't care and they wouldn't tip, but I didn't let that deter me. Because again, I do it for the love of it.
Right.
But then I would have to, at a certain point in time, I would have to speak to them and say, listen, this is what it is, X, Y, Z, boom, and just keep it strictly business. And guess what? My business flourished. My customers kept coming. And the thing with me is my personality and my work. That's the two things that have to speak for me. And with that, my clientele grew by word of mouth. My clients were too happy to spread and to say, well, she did it and she loves it because she takes care, you know. And then I did that and stood firm. But that was the main challenge. I cannot say that there was any other challenge, but that's what that was a setback. But I had to realize my worth and my work. Let these two things speak for me, and then the rest took care of itself.
Wow, Natty, your story is so authentic and relatable. I mean, I'm just like trying to visualize it, and it's just like, yeah, that happens all the time. As you said before, you're from St. Lucia, so we're both from the same paradise, St. Lucia.
Oh, yes, honey.
And so our people don't like to pay. It is true. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, they always want a discount. You know, they always want a white supply, whatever, you know, so we are familiar.
Yes, but Tracy, I wouldn't just say it would be categorize it to just a certain set of people, but it's like West Indian people, American people. It doesn't matter. It's just the human race.
Yes,
that's it. Everything we could do to take a shortcut to get a little, you know, save a little dollar.
Yes, you are right. You are right by saying that, because I thought about it and I was just like, yeah, Caribbean people are like that too. But I think humans, like you say, are like that because it's a small business.
Yes.
It's not a storefront, or it's not a well-known, you understand? You know, Macy's, Sears, you know, Guess or whatever. It's a small business. It's a random person just trying to do something on their own, just have their skill, working with their hands and stuff like that. So you're right. It's not categorized just to Caribbean people. It's human nature.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Ms. Zepherin. So you have outlined the challenges as a small business, as a hairstylist. How are these challenges compared to the challenges you faced, if you faced any, during pandemic, Romana? You know, oh my God.
Let me tell you, listen, because you have to remember this COVID-19 thing has turned us upside down. But you have to also realize that with the pandemic, my line of work, it is person-to-person interaction. So, you know, that makes it very difficult. So my business took a big hit during the pandemic because people were afraid, you know, to get their hair done, you know. So, you know, we all were a hot mess for a while.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
So when it came to that, it took a very big toll. I wasn't getting work because of the fact that people were scared, and I couldn't blame them. But let me tell you something. I am a spiritual being. I believe in energy. I believe in the universe. And I believe that things happen according to plan, the way it should happen. Did I suffer? Yes, I did. Did I allow it to bring me down? No, I didn't. Did I give up? Oh, hell no. Excuse my language.
You just do some restructuring. Yes, some restructuring.
And the better the situation got. I mean, we're still in it.
Yes.
But it's a little tamed as to when it started back in March.
Right.
But after a while, you know, when we were getting a little more comfortable or we were a little more knowledgeable on the situation, we knew how to maneuver.
Right.
So me being the fact that I have to deal with individuals, I get tested. so
Yes.
that I know that I'm negative. So I'm
Pretty
not putting
often, pretty
anybody in
often. Yes,
danger.
yes, yes. And you
Yes.
inform your
You
clients of
know,
that.
I use my mask, and I do what I have to do. But right now, business is booming.
Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. God is good all
Because
the time.
all
It's the
that
work of
time I'm
the Lord.
busy. But I'm thankful because half a loaf is better than none.
Exactly, exactly.
You
And
know,
so
so if
many
I get
other people, yeah, so many other people are suffering still,
yes,
from beginning to
Tracy.
now. So you have to be grateful for the very little that you have. When-
Especially me doing it on my own, because if I don't work, I don't get paid.
That's right, that's right,
You
that's right.
understand? And then I have to understand when you are going through something, there's somebody going through worse than you.
Correct.
So you stay humble.
That's
And
right, that's
and then
right.
but can I say this though? Another challenge, as we speak, I resided in New York for a very, very long time. And I decided to move from New York for personal reasons. And then I
Right,
moved to Florida.
right.
I left all my clients back in New York and I started over. So coming down to Florida was a very big challenge.
Yes, yes.
Again, you have to be able to have faith in yourself and faith in your
Your
product
brand, your
and
business,
your brand.
yourself.
Which, by the way, guys, I need to point out that Tracy helped me with that as my life coach. Whoop to Tracy. So she helped me gain my confidence back, and because it was deterring me a bit. So when I moved from New York to Florida, I was starting all over. Everybody thought I was crazy, but then again, spirituality, bigger and better than anything. I stayed in, and guess what? I went from having to start over to having such a good clientele in Florida. Was it easy, Tracy? It wasn't. I had to go through the trials and tribulations. I'm also a single mom of a very handsome 12-year-old boy. And this child, I have to thank God, has stood by me and understand that, I am doing this for us both, and has not complained and has done everything. We went from the bottom to the bottom and rised up again. And let me tell you, right now, I'm in a comfortable position. And I have to say that's all because I never gave up.
Oh my God, Natty, I am so proud. I am so happy for your whole story, where you came from, what you did, and the biggest risk and challenge recently was the move. When you explain
Yes,
that, I mean, that was amazing, awesome.
yes,
Let me tell you, you
yes,
have to have inner strength, grace,
yes.
grace,
And
resilience.
it's all, and
Not
that's
anybody can
all.
do that, yeah. And you did it, and you did it.
Yes.
You know,
And then my main drive, to be honest, as a stylist, is my drive of being a single mom. You understand? A single mom, just the drive of being a single mom it keeps me going. It
right,
keeps me
right.
striving, because I know there is somebody who's counting on me that I can't let down,
Yes,
so that
you
keeps
cannot
me
give up.
going.
Yeah, you have to keep
So
pushing it.
even if I get one person's head to do that, makes me happy. If I get 59,000, I still go with the same energy. My
Right,
energy
right.
level is not, because my work speaks for itself.
Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you, Natty, for sharing and being so vulnerable and authentic and letting the readers and myself into a little bit of your life. I mean, we're so
Yes.
grateful. I have one more question, Natty.
Girl,
One
you can give me
question,
1,000. You can give me
and
a
then
1,000.
I will give a backstory of how I met this wonderful soul. So the last question would be, as you know, I started a business in the pandemic, Rona. You are an existing business owner. What advice you can give me and others who are thinking of starting it? I started mine, yes, but I also would like some guidance from you, advice, what to look out for, tips, for
My,
someone starting a business during this time.
my pleasure. First and foremost, put God first. Always. Put God first.
Right.
He says that we put our trust in him. You understand? And we will see the results. That's first and foremost. Two, never, and I mean never, ever give up. Do not doubt yourself. With any small business, in the beginning, it may be a little slow, because
Yeah.
I always believe in life. This is my philosophy. Anything that comes easy will not last. You have to work hard. When you work hard for it, you appreciate it more and it will flourish.
Right.
So don't you ever, ever give up. Always research. Figure out, how could I make my business better. Because this world is ever changing. Social media, everything. With hair, new styles are always coming. You understand? You don't want to be that vintage hairstylist. You have to keep up with the time,
The
keep
time.
up with the Joneses. So
Yes.
in
Yes.
whatever field you in, research, keep up with the Joneses, see what is happening, put yourself out there, advertise yourself, which in a way I need to take my advice when it comes to certain things, because I
Right.
will share
Right.
this thing with you very quickly. One of my clients, very long time client, she's still in New York, because I do go from Florida to New York back and forth.
For your
Because
client.
my clients, I have day one loyal clients who's still in New York.
New York.
So
Right.
anytime I'm in New York, oh my God, I have to be like under the radar because I don't get to sleep, but I'm thankful. And she said to me, Natasha, why don't you do a YouTube channel? You know, she says, you're so good at what you do, and why don't you do it and to talk to people? And to be honest, Tracy, I have gone back and forth with that idea in my head so many times. I see people do it, but you know what? I feel like it's a fear of mine. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, guess what? Guess what? You have a friend right here, Tracy, who can
And
walk
I
you through it.
appreciate it.
Yes. And
Yes.
so
And
whenever
then,
you feel ready, yeah.
yes. So then I had to say to myself, listen, not you've gone through worse and went through it and it hasn't put you down. You're very bubbly. You're not afraid. You're people's person because, guys, I love to talk. Maybe you
Yes.
could tell
Yes.
already. Listen, I'm very verbal. So then I said, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Her energy was exerted and it was directed to her to tell me that.
Yes.
So you know what? Because it was something I was struggling with, and here she comes saying, thank you, Keisha. I'm going to give Keisha a shout out
A
because it
shout
was
out.
Keisha who did that. Yes, thank you, Keisha. And
Yes.
Keisha said that. And Keisha had me thinking, and you know what I'm going to do, Tracy? I'm going to do it and I'm going
Yes.
to go
Yes.
forth.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I
I
say
agree.
all
I'm
of this to
supporting
say,
you on that. Yes. Yes. Yes.
yes, don't give up. Do
Yes.
not give
Yes.
up. And patience is a virtue. Patience. It may seem like things don't go the way you want, but we have to remember it's not in our timing, it's in God's timing.
Right. Right.
We may want this and that and this and that, and we want too much and it doesn't happen. You know why? We are not the drivers. We're a passenger in his vehicle. He's the driver. Fall back, take your time, listen, get entwined, and then everything will pick up from there. Especially in this pandemic, we cannot give up because everybody's struggling. We need a dollar one way or the other.
Oh
I
my
love it.
God.
You know,
Yes.
I love when I see small businesses. You see, the mask was something people capitalized on the
On
mask and
that.
started making masks and stuff. I love it. I love to see when that happens. We have to see what is needed in the market,
Right.
what is trending and what is not.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
get on board. We get
That's
on
right.
board.
That's right. That's right. Oh my God. The guidance, the tips. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, Natty. The guidance. I love it. I love it. It is so practical what you're saying.
Wow.
So I really appreciate it. But now to give you guys a backstory of how I met this lovely lady.
Oh
So
yes,
like
tell
we
me,
said
tell me, tell
before,
us, tell us.
like we said before, we're both from the Paradise St. Lucia. So growing up as young girls, I knew her. I can't remember exactly our meeting, but we were friends.
Well, it was elementary.
Yes, we
Anglican.
were friends. Yes, we were friends. So people grew up and left their way and whatever, whatever. And I met the young lady again in New York City. You know, she said she's been there for a while. Oh my God. And we picked up from where we left off. It was just like vibing. And we separated again, you know, and I ended up back in Florida. And lo and behold, look who I met. So like I say, we met from elementary school, but we were not speaking to each other every day, you understand? But anytime we meet up, we just pick up from where we left off. So this is
Because
a root.
Tracy, it's energy. It's energy. It's all about energy, honey.
Yeah, and I had the distinct pleasure. Listen, beautiful people. I had the distinct pleasure. The young lady allowed me to coach her. She was one of my first. I think I had two. I specifically thought about it, like, you know, before I open the shop, and for those who don't know, I started a Dig Deep. I started a life coaching business. The name is Dig Deep Self-Discovery Coaching. So before I opened the shop and get my website up and running, I wanted two persons. And I thought deep and hard, like, you know, who would be vulnerable? Who would be open to allow me to do some life coaching for them? And, you know, Lo and behold, Miss Natasha, I asked her and she said yes on the first time. She didn't say, I have to think about it, whatever. And let me tell you, the sessions, groundbreaking sessions, people, groundbreaking. As you know, and you can see she's very energetic and vibrant.
Oh,
And
yes.
yeah, she's just full of life. So the work that I did with her was just selfless. Like she did all the work. She used all the tools I told her, and let me tell you, blossoming, blossoming. So Natasha, I wanted to thank you for being a client, one of my first clients for the life coaching, because not anybody can, volunteer to do something like that. You have to open up a little bit and you have to be vulnerable. And then again, I also want to thank you for agreeing to be part of this interview series and letting people into your world, right?
Yes, it's my pleasure.
We're going to close up. And as I told you, I'm doing the life purpose coaching for those who may need my services. You can reach me on www.digdeepcoachtc.com. And I am here to help you and guide you through life's journey. And so, Natasha, I want you to give the viewers your social media handles, where they can reach you to get their hair done. You understand?
Yes.
And, just get in contact with you.
Okay, but before I do that,
right,
I would like to give a little insight on our life coaching experience, because
they need
to know, right? When Tracy approached me about it, it was in the middle of the pandemic where I was really in a dark place because, like I said, business wasn't booming and stuff like that.
That's right.
I was starting to doubt myself a little because we're only human after all. So we'll have our ups and downs. Yes, I'm a strong individual, but yet I'm still human. I bleed, I cry.
Exactly.
And Tracy decided and I said yes. And it's like, again, when I kept praying and saying, God, I need some guidance, and boom, here she came with the opportunity. But let me tell you something. This young lady right here is blessed and highly favored, let me tell you. Because the tools that you use, Tracy, if I haven't told you, helped me so much. And I know you've seen it. You have helped me blossom and gain my confidence again. I am telling you guys, you are not going to regret it, because I was given homework. Listen, she's not easy. I was given homework. I was given stuff. She pushed me and different things. And I saw the results, and it just put a prep, because not only am I a hairstylist, I am also a master of ceremonies.
Oh, yes, beautiful people, yes. So you will outline all of these things, all of these hats that you wear. Let the people know.
So my Master of Ceremonies, I would have done on a larger scale when I was in New York. But then again, remember, I moved to Florida. Things are pretty new. I'm still trying to, feel the vibe.
Yes.
But then I love it. So that's the two things. I always say, God bless me for big mouth and big hands. And I'm going to use them till the wheels fall off. Okay? So Tracy helped me tap into that and realize that one is not better than the other, and I don't have to put one on the back burner and stuff. And listen. And I went to New York in September and hosted one of my really good friends, Sheena Walton's wedding. And listen, I had everybody up in the air, got so many offers right there at the wedding. So it ignited a fire, a flame. But that wasn't there before I had my lessons with you, Tracy.
Oh,
and then it came back,
Yes,
So I want you to please pay attention. It doesn't take much of your time. And the tools are not so difficult that you could do it. Because right now, let me tell you, I have an S on my chest and there's nothing nobody else could tell me. You hear me? Pandemic or no pandemic. I am claiming it. Claiming it.
I love it. Love it, Natty. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you as a friend, as an individual, as a young woman, as an independent woman, a single mother. All of the things that you're doing, it's a struggle, but you make it, you push through. And I'm always going to be here to support you, because that's what we're here for. We're supposed to be each other's keeper. You understand?
Thank you. And I thank you and I appreciate that.
Wow, well,
not trying to keep you. Not trying to keep you too long, because we could go here on and on. So I'm going to give you my handles. So my Facebook would be Natasha Zepherin. That would be Zepherin, Zephirin. So Natasha Zepherin. My Instagram would be RootbyNatty. ROOTSBYNATTY. Natty, Roots by Natty. And you could also reach me via telephone. You
Yes.
can text, you can call 954-588-2397. That number again, 954-588-2397. And I'm looking to broaden, I'm looking to expand. I'm a work in progress, but there will be really much more to come. And I just want to say thank you, viewers. Thank you for allowing me to share my story. Tracy, thank you for
You
giving me the
welcome, my
platform
love. One more
to
thing I have to
even,
add.
yes,
Yeah, one more thing I have to add. I didn't tell the viewers that I've also been a client of yours. As
yes, oh yes.
yes, you've been a client of mine for life coaching, but I have been a client of yours as hairstylist services. So, beautiful people, Miss Natasha Zepherin in the line of being a hairstylist is a totally different person as opposed to on a social setting. I just want to let you know.
Oh yes.
When she's wearing that hat, the hairstylist hat, she is very detailed. She's as close to a perfectionist, people. She always wants to have an exact idea of what the client wants. Let me tell you exactly what you want. That's what she wants to give you. So she's very detailed. She works quickly. She is neat, you know. So these are the pointers as a customer from Roots by Natty. I want to tell you, she has done my hair several times, and my hair, my hair is a little bit stubborn, you know.
Oh my God, not a little, Tracy. Don't tell the people lies.
Don't tell
Don't
them
tell
that.
lies.
So, you know,
Stubborn,
one day, you know, you can
stubborn.
see me, yeah, you can see me like a lion king, and another day you'll see me like a full human, right? So my hair is one of those on the upper side challenging part. You know, it doesn't always do what you want it to do, but
But
she
I
works
love the
with it.
challenge. I
Yeah,
love the
work with
challenge.
it. So I can totally recommend her. You want to do natural hair services, you know, natural hair, braids, locks, the whole nine yards. So if I don't mention anything that she's doing here, feel free to call her, and then
Look,
she'll be open to trying it because she's a creative one. She's a creative,
look.
right?
Speaking of creative, right now I did my own hair,
Oh my God.
and
Oh my
I'm,
God.
I'm allergic to braids because you know some people the synthetic don't go.
The
So of
synthetic.
course I used to have dreads, and as you guys could tell, I cut it off.
Right.
But listen, look, I have this nice, beautiful braid style going on, and it's wool.
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 You know, there's always
Beautiful.
creative ways to do things, and if I didn't say, you guys wouldn't even tell it was wool. Very
I
light,
know, right? I know. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So
you
now
know.
we're going to wrap up. You're going to give some closing words, closing stuff that you want to tell the people. You know, the entrepreneurs out there, those that are in business right now, those that are struggling, those that want to start the business. Just a little closing for them.
No problem. I would like to first and foremost say thank you guys for listening. I'm just hoping that I could at least inspire or touch one person. It doesn't have to be a million, but you just need one, and that
Just one.
one can spread, and it goes from there. So I want to say thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope that you guys absorbed what I said. Again, I cannot emphasize how put God first, and everything else will fall in place. I
That's
would say
right.
that we are all, think about it. Always think when you think you're going through something, there's somebody going through worse than you. We can do it and support each other
That's my biggest
as,
one. Yes.
as Black people. I know we hear it all the time now and it's like a thing, but it needs to be said until we could get it done.
Get it done.
Support each other. Communication. Most of us tend to like to say things behind people's back instead of finding a way to say it to their face. There may be something you don't like. There may be something that didn't go good, whether it be in the hair business, whatever. Communication. It is not what you say, but how you say it.
Correct.
You understand?
Yes.
So
Yes,
I
yes.
just say, do not give up. We're all going through these trying times. Better days are coming. And I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you.
So inspirational, so
Yes.
even moving, Natty. This conversation today was so moving. It's kind of like my highlight of my day today because it was the first appointment I had today.
Good.
So I am so grateful that you took the time out to align yourself, align your business with this entrepreneur series. We're so grateful. And for the viewers, I hope, like Natty said, you can take more than one note out of what we said. And Natty's social media will be linked below, and mine as well. And feel free. And like she said, I am totally on the same board with her. Let us just support each other. That's all we can do.
Yes.
Support each other. Whether or not you don't know the person is not from a different country, the person is this, it doesn't matter. Just support one another. That's what we need, especially now. We're in a pandemic.
Yes, Tracy. And respect.
Yes,
Respect.
We need each other. We need each other. So yes, in closing, thank you viewers for taking time to support, continue to support us. And love and light.
Love and light. Peace and blessings.
All right.
Peace and blessings. Ashe. Bye, guys. Love you.